The materials you will need are 16 ounces of casting material, some acrylic paints, a 1-gallon plastic bag, 4 ounces of water, and a mold from moldcrafter.com. The first step is to measure 16 ounces of casting material into the plastic bag. Next, we've already measured 4 ounces of water in a cup, measuring by weight, not by volume. The ratio we like to use is 3 parts hydrostone to 1 part water for a wetter mixture, or a 4:1 for a little drier mixture. Step 2 is to add water into the casting material and let it saturate the material. I like to poke the corners of the bag so it soaks in a little bit better. Next, I seal the bag and then I'm going to let it sit for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, the casting material should be thoroughly saturated with the water. You can feel if there are any dry lumps by squeezing the bag. Any dry lumps just need to be smoothed out so it flows easily into the mold. At this point, you have about 5 to 10 minutes to mix in color and pour it into the mold before the hydrostone starts to harden. Adding the color is the third step. The color we use is just acrylic paint from any craft store. I'm going to start with some tan color just to soften the green so it's not so bright. Now, just mix it thoroughly. I'm going to add a little bit of brick red to tone it down some more because it still looks a little bright. Once the color is mixed, I just tear off the corner of the bag and then I'm going to squeeze it into the mold. Here I'm twisting it up just to get it down more towards the bottom. You want to fill the mold up to the top edge of the raised center area. Next, I tap the mold on the table to bring up any air bubbles. It takes just a few seconds. If your casting mixture is a little dry, it may take a little more tapping than when the mixture is wet. Now I add the center cap piece of the mold to create the cavity for the picture, glazing, and the backing. Tap it a few more times to get the bubbles out of that. And then we can wait for it to set up and harden. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes for it to be hard enough to remove from the mold, depending on how wet your mixture is and the humidity of your room. Once the casting material is hard and ready to remove, I simply take the back piece off, turn the frame over, and push down on the corners until it pops out. And there you have a handcrafted picture frame that is ready to mount on an easel, which we will show you how to do in the next video. Using the basic technique I just showed you, you can mix marble colors, create layers or patches of color and texture, embedded shapes, or create anything else you can think of. And with our other mold designs from moldcrafter.com, there are even more creative possibilities. Be sure to watch our other videos about different ways you can color your frames, as well as how to mount your frames on an easel. See our YouTube channel or visit moldcrafter.com.